Well, Super Bowl 57 was a nail biter, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah. The Kansas City Chiefs came out on top to hoist the Vince Lombardi Trophy for the second time since 2020.
Now, here's the great part about it. This was also a historical game, a lot of firsts. Danya Backus is in Glendale, Arizona, with a look at the night's biggest moments.
The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
How about those Chiefs?
Quarterback Patrick Mahomes was the game's MVP. Despite taking a hit on his recently injured ankle, Mahomes led his team back from a 10-point deficit at halftime, putting the Chiefs in position to kick what would be the game-winning field goal with just seconds left on the clock.
Everything we worked for is for this moment. You have to enjoy this moment.
Fans in Kansas City celebrated.
It was definitely nerve-wracking, but we did it.
But for Philadelphia, heartbreak.
It hurts. It hurts. Yeah, it's a tough one.
We'll use this pain, we'll use this failure to motivate us.
Last night's Super Bowl was historic because for the first time, two African-American quarterbacks faced off. Also, two brothers, Travis and Jason Kelce, took the field on opposing teams.
You know, you joke around all the time and say that you want to be your brother in the biggest stage ever, but it's a weird feeling.
I'm sure we'll have a more emotional interaction. Still frustrated at that point, but you know, really, really happy for Trav.
The big game also featured all-star music performances from actor Shirley Ralph, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, and Chris Stapleton. His soulful national anthem brought coaches and players to tears. Singer Rihanna shocked fans with her visible baby bump while cramming over a dozen hits into her high-flying halftime show. Danya Backus, CBS News, Glendale, Arizona.
All right, we can't talk about the Super Bowl without talking about the commercials. According to Statista.com, this year advertisers paid an average of $7 million to air a 30-second long commercial during the Super Bowl. Wow. Now, some of them land with the audience, some not so much.
Most of them didn't land with the
Not
audience.
so
I thought I'd
much,
put that out there.
yes.
Joining us to talk about some of the top ads from this year's game is Executive Director of Pavone Group's Peter Harris. Peter, great to have you with us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so we've got to talk about this, but before we really get into these commercials, your company actually creates Spot Bowls, so let's talk about what exactly that is.
Yeah, we've been doing Spot Bowl for 20 years where we track the fans' reactions to the ads to see which one's going to have the biggest impact of the brand. So instead of me talking about what I think is great, we just let the fans decide and we can talk about it from there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So just from your perspective, watching Super Bowl commercials, like what do you see? What jumps out to you?
It's the brand telling a good story. Am I going to make an action with the brand? Am I going to engage with it? Am I moved by it? Am I laughing at it? Is it an emotional reaction? And do I like the brand? Does it make me want to change my mind?
Overall, did you get any of that this year? Or what were you?
Better than last year. I think last year was the Crypto
Last year
Bowl.
was
You know, a lot
bad,
of that. This year's a little better.
Okay.
But I think, you know, we've had a few flat years in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
We have for sure. All right, so let's start taking a look at the Binky Dad from Kia. What's up with that ad?
You know, as a dad of a 3-year-old, I can definitely relate to it. You forget the thing, the wife gets upset.
Yep.
You know, you got to go back and, you know, driving through the Atlanta traffic. You know,
Yep.
been there. But I think that one overall, it told a good story, but you forgot what it was about, right? You forgot the car. It was about the dad. It was about the Binky. And then you go back, it's like, was that Kia? What car was that for?
Yeah.
You know, so I lost it a little bit there for me.
That's a good point,
Yeah.
actually. Okay, next up, we're talking about the E-Trade, a.k.a. Talking Babies
This one was good.
commercial.
E-Trade Babies. They've been a staple since 2008. They're the new Budweiser Clydesdales, right? We didn't see the horses, the Budweiser puppies this time. I think they're becoming the Super Bowl staple. And, you know, it was funny. It was quick 30-second humor. Didn't have to tell a minute-long story. We all know the dad marrying off the girl, the drunk uncle at the wedding, right? It does all that for us. And
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is because they've been doing it for 15, 16 years now.
Okay, so we're learning. We actually have some of the clips in case you
Yeah.
missed it. So let's play some of these.
I think I'm ready for this.
Heck yeah. With E-Trade, you're ready for anything. Marriage, kids, college.
Kids moving back in after college.
Finally, we can eat.
You know you make me wanna.
And then we looked around and said, wait a minute, this isn't even our stroller.
Oh, yeah, that's actually really incredible.
It's a good one.
Wait, do we have the other one, the Binky Dad? Okay, let's do that.
Our top story, a father has forgotten Binky, but he's capturing hearts.
Binky Dad needs an escort.
That really did seem to be quite relatable for a lot of people.
It did, but now that you mention it, I did not think about it being a Kia ad.
Yeah,
I just.
it's all about the dad, the
Yeah.
Bean King. It's a good film, good minute-long spot. Yeah, it's good.
And here was one in particular that seemed to have folks bring some tears to their eyes. Take a look at this one.
Don't worry, dog, about the rest of our lives.
From this day forward.
Through thick and thin,
Come on, baby.
I'll be there by your side.
Oh.
I'm gonna love you forever.
Yeah,
Hold on, wait.
That thing snuck up on a lot of people.
I didn't see this one, but wait, what was it about? Is that?
Classic Super Bowl ad, dog. It's about just
Yeah.
helping your dog live longer. So the dog
Yeah.
starts as a puppy when the girl's a little younger. She grows up, she goes off, she gets married. Dog's still living. Feed your dog correctly.
Oh,
Dog will live a long time.
that's a great
Classic.
commercial.
I walked away from the TV for a second, came out, my wife, who is any day now gonna have a baby, I come out here, I said, what is going on? What did I just miss? So a lot of people probably felt that same way. All right, so I just have to know, what is that feedback that you have from the ads this year?
I think overall we're seeing celebrity fatigue. I think people are just, they want good stories. That's why you responded so well to that last farmer's dog, right? I think that's the one leading our poll right now. They just want good emotional stories you can relate to. You can do that with a celebrity. There were some good celebrity things out there this year, but overall I think there's too much. We're packing too much in, and we're forgetting simple, good storytelling. So we get back to that, we'll have good Super Bowls again.
All right.
One day.
Yeah. Hopefully next year. Thanks so much. Really
got it. Thanks for
appreciate
having
it. And hey, you can vote for your favorite ad on spotbowl.com. The polls close at noon. And if you missed this interview, we will, of course, have it posted for you on our website and the free Atlanta News First app.